beautiful in here, love it. I'm not sure what that's all about. I think that was a landslip. Jeez, just look at these views. Look at that. Yeah, that's the Wombeyan River. Pretty nice. That's very nice out there. G'day everyone! I'm back making videos. I hope this camera's working. I know this one is because I can see it on my phone. Alright, so I hope everybody is doing really well out there in these crazy times. Good gracious. Victoria's back in lockdown, the world's in big trouble. Anyway, I hope everyone is doing well who's watching. So I'm on Wombeyan Caves Road at the moment, heading into Wombeyan Caves. I'm going to head out the other side of Wombeyan Caves, and with, well, I'm still a bit undecided, but I'm thinking of going camping tonight, but it's scheduled to get scheduled to be like that's nice, like about -4 tonight. So I've got like a massive swag packed with big woolen blankets and a sleeping bag that's rated to -2 and stuff, and I'll see how I go. Anyway, we'll talk more about camping later if I decide to do it. I came down this road a little while ago and thought I'll get back into making videos, I think. And so yeah, I'm gonna make a few videos now and then, and hopefully post to my channel again, because like I really should have said this already, even though it's the start of the vid. Like, thank you so much to everyone. Oh, that's a nice rock. Who has stayed with my oh look, hang on, I'll come back to that. Look at this cool tunnel. So this is the start of the Nadi National Park, and this tunnel, oh thanks boss, has been carved through. Thank you, good sir. Through the rock there, which I think is alright. Not gonna lie, I think that's pretty awesome. Anyway, yes, so thank you to everybody who has stuck with my channel while I've been away for 10 months doing other things. I've been writing, but I just haven't been making video. Sorry about the sniffing. I think my nose has run into my mustache and frozen. But yeah, and also, like, thank you to everybody who's actually subscribed to the channel while I actually haven't been posting anything. Like, that's really amazing. Thank you very much. I appreciate all that love and support. Whoa, slow down bud, that's not a very wide road. Saturday morning, here we go. This is Wombeyan Lookout. The sun shining straight in my face. Not sure how much you can see out there, but that's the Wombeyan Valley, I guess, I suppose. I'm not sure really what it's called, but this is Wombeyan Lookout. So yeah, I've stopped here a couple of times and boiled the billy and well, boiled the kettle and that sort of stuff on my way through down to Wombeyan Caves. I'm not going to stop here today. I might have a break at Wombeyan Caves. I've ridden down from Sydney today. I just put the bike on the freeway and pinned the throttle and did 120 k's all the way down to Mittagong, and I'm now kind of, yeah, in here, but it is frightfully cold. I'm not going to lie about that. She's pretty cold, which is why I'm having second thoughts about camping tonight, but we'll see how we go. What else? What else? Oh, so I've done some stuff to the bike, a little bit. Just a few small things. You can see down here I've got my phone mounted, and I'm running the GoPro app, so I can actually see what I'm filming as I'm riding. I don't look at it too much, but you know, I can actually see how the cameras are going and what I'm actually filming, which I find a big help. I've got a bit of a live view of what I'm doing. So on that phone mount now is actually a water and weatherproof wireless charging head that Quadlock make. And I was having all sorts of problems because I use the phone as a GPS. I get lost with Google Maps all the time. I haven't got it on now because I know where I'm going. But it's amazingly good. It works really well. So this wire here, this cable goes into the back of the wireless charging head, so you don't have your power cable going into the phone. Because what it does is it ruins your charging port, because the phone's, you know, vibrating on these roads and stuff all the time, and even on the tar it does it. And it ruins the cable that goes in there, and it doesn't do much for the charging port of the phone. So I've gone to this wireless charging head, which just seems heaps better. It's the phone's now at 100% the whole day. Before, like, the phone would charge a bit, not charge, charge a bit, not charge, because the charging cable wasn't sitting in the charging port properly, because the vibration would knock it around. I've got a rubber band around this to hold the charging head in, because this is kind of on its last legs after being bashed around on these dirt roads. And yeah, it's not too bright, but it's doing okay. I'll keep it for a while. I'll change it over to just a USB one that you don't need a port for. Good gracious, this is a lot of talking. It has been 10 months, so you're gonna have to listen to me crap on while you watch this beautiful road. So I've got that charging head in there. It's waterproof, weatherproof, as I said. It also has a vibration dampener between the charging head and the mount on the handlebar. I don't know if that's really working or not, but I figure, you know, for $24 that it cost, the charging head was a lot more than that, but for 24 bucks for a vibration dampener, you know, let's give it a crack. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, no harm done. What else have I done? I have I've just got a new rear tyre on the bike. I've gone to a Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR. Really great tyre. On the tar, it's amazingly good. Like, you wouldn't even know, like, it feels like a road tyre. But on the dirt, like, the Shinko had a lot of it was wishy-washy. It was very you know, bit tail endy when you were in the gravel, especially at speed. It, you know, like this type of thing, bit snaky. This one is just dead. The rear of the bike is just planted and dead straight. Like, I was down the Riverina actually last weekend and found some beautiful dirt roads down there, and was kind of doing 90 to 100 k's, you know, on a road bike on the gravel, which isn't too bad. And the bike's just tracking beautifully straight, you know, so I was really happy with that. G'day. Don't wave. So yeah, so I was really happy with the way the bike was tracking. Gee, it's nice in here, isn't it? Far out. Really good. A bit cold though, the wind's from the south, and it was -4 here last night apparently, so whether we camp or not's another thing, but like I said. Anyway, yeah, so good tyre. So otherwise, in the last 10 months I have been riding a lot. I've been like down the Riverina a fair bit because my mum and dad live down there. I've been away twice on the CB 1100, but I don't kind of take the CB away much anymore. It's not a very practical bike to do lots and lots of kilometres on. It's an 1100, it's only got a 5-speed box and a 14-litre tank, so I'm forever looking for fuel on it. But it was great to be in the bush, you know, on an inline air-cooled 4 with a big loud exhaust. It was kind of fun, and everybody stops and talks to me because it's a good-looking bike. People ask a lot of questions about it. But anyway, it's at home in the shed with a flat battery at the moment. The battery finally gave up after 11 years. It's the original battery in the bike, so it's slightly pulled apart, and I'm just waiting for a battery to come. So that's all right. What else? So yeah, I took the CB 1100 up to Yeovil and went and saw Wombeyan Caves. Stayed in the pub at Yeovil, which was interesting. I've been to Dunedoo, I've been to Corindi, I've been out through parks, and when I stop at Wombeyan Caves, I'll go through all the stickers on the side of my my side boxes, because I've every time I go to a town I buy a sticker from the well, that's nice, cold but nice, it's keeping on the road, correct side of the road. I buy a sticker from the what's it called, the Tourist Information Centre, and always have a chat to whoever's working in there, because they're very knowledgeable and it's nice to have a talk to someone. So yeah, I have a chat to them and say g'day and buy a sticker, and when I get home I clean the boxes and whack a sticker on it. So the last time down the Riverina I went a different way. I went down through Goulburn and I found some dirt roads down near Goulburn, and had a good time going down through there. After all the rain, some of the roads were actually washed out, and one of them was a creek crossing and you had to actually go through the bottom of the creek, so I really enjoyed that. There was a couple of those, they were good. Oh, this one's got water in it, hang on. Oh, it's only a tiny bit, that's alright. Yeah, that's good. Oh, there's one pothole there and I'm looking at the water and not the road, and just went straight through it, never mind. So I have been doing a lot of travelling. I met the guy who he's a sculptor, and he did the sculpture for Bill the Bastard, the horse from the First World War from Gallipoli. I'm not going to carry on about that, but Google it, Bill the Bastard. And then I went to my mum and dad's place, stayed there, and then the next day I went up to a little town called Withali, which is inland from West Wyalong. It sounds like a long way away, and it is, but yeah, I went to a little town called Withali and met Heather Ward. She calls herself Miss Heather Ward, and she refers to everybody as their first name with a Miss or a Mr in front of it, so I was Mr David the whole time I was there. She's a published author. She's ridden a Harley Davidson with a camper trailer all around Australia, and I bought her book while I was there, and she wrote a really lovely message in it for me. We got on like a bloody house on fire. It was really good. She's such a nice sound horn at blind corners. Yeah, how about the cars just slow down a bit? So yeah, she was an awesome human being, and we got on like a bloody house on fire. So I will definitely, follow, she's got a Facebook page called Fat Bob and the Blonde. She rides a Harley Davidson Fat Bob, and she happens to be a blonde, so it's Fat Bob and the Blonde, and her HQ is at Withali. So if you go and look her up on Facebook, I just realised I haven't stopped talking for 16 minutes. Gee, it's nice down here, I could live here. There's some decent corrugations. Yeah. How nice is that? I'm hoping my camera angle is correct and you can see the horizon all right. I think it is. I can see down in the phone, but every time, of course, I look down to look at the screen and see what I'm shooting, of course the horizon disappears, because then I'm looking down. We'll come back to it. Beautiful in here. Love it. Let's just ride for a little while, eh? And I'll shut up. I'll concentrate on riding. Maybe. Here comes a four-wheel drive. Wallandilly House. I wonder what that's all about. I haven't shut up yet. G'day, thank you. It's hard to wave mid-corner on all the corrugations. Gee, that's nice. Imagine living there. Hello, cows. I'm not sure what that's all about. I think that was a landslip. Either that or they've just been mining the rock out of there for the road. The last time I shut that bloody visor. Last time I came down here, it was after the big rain we had, and the road was quite washed out. And in the washouts, they've put these rocks like as big as your fist. I'm like, that's fine for a four-wheel drive, but my 17-inch road wheels don't appreciate that at all. Geez, just look at these views. Look at that. I'm not going to stop on a blind corner just to see the view. I better keep going and watching what's coming. I wonder, has this floodway got any water in it? Oh, that's... no. Funny story. When I was real young, I think I was probably 19, I got my first car. It was a Datsun 180B. And whatever possessed me on that day, I do not know, but I decided to bring the Datsun 180B down here, and I made it all the way to Wombeyan Caves in the Datsun 180B. I bottomed it out a couple of times, but I made it in the Datto. And like, no phone, no nothing, you know, back in those days, none of that stuff. I don't know what I would have done if I'd knocked the sump out of it or something, because I didn't pass another car there or back. But anyway, 19 years old, in my first car, my Datsun 180B, I thought I'll go for a trip. I don't actually know what I was thinking, but anyway, I did it. I did have motorbikes at the time. I don't know why I didn't ever think at that stage that riding motorbikes off-road was a good idea. I never ever went off-road when I was young, except like when I had dirt bikes and stuff, but I only ever stayed on the road. Missing out a lot back then, because geez, that's kind of the other thing about riding the CB in the bush, is that you come to something. Oh, another floodway, and you kind of look down there and you go, geez, I'd like to see what's down that road, but you kind of can't, because it's all dirt and rocks and stuff, and you know, you just can't. Well, you can, but I'm not going to take the CB 1100 with all its chrome and beautiful red paint down a dirt road to find out what's there. And I you know, that's why I didn't, it's kind of why I don't go touring on the CB 1100 anymore. Done it a couple of times, it was nice, I can say I've done it. Now I just take the NC everywhere. I actually toyed for a little while with selling this bike, selling the NC and just keeping the CB 1100, because I am in love with it, but I'm glad I didn't, because I really can't take the CB 1100 into the places I really love to ride, so that would have been a big mistake. I wouldn't mind a cross tourer, a VFR 1200X cross tourer. If I could find one of those in real good nick second hand, I'd sell both of these bikes and buy the cross tourer. But you know, that's more just a bit of a thought rather than anything I'm going to do, because this bike is just suits my purposes just too well. So I'll hold on to it. Yeah, that's all a bit rugged there. That's all fallen down there in the rain. I don't know if this road was blocked, but I don't recall it being closed, although they might not have said anything. Oh, there's the Wombeyan River down there. We're about to go across that. We're working our way down to it now. If you go to Google Maps and Google this road and find the Wombeyan River, and do like street view on it and drag your little yellow man and drop him on the bridge, when Google went through, there's actually a horse standing on the bridge, which I thought was quite funny. So yeah, have a look at it and do street view on the Wombeyan Bridge. There's a river, you probably can't see that. And there's a horse there, just standing there, minding his own business as the Google car goes through. Oh, big hole, big hole. Well, there's not much of that causeway left. Oh, that's private property down there. Wonder who lives down there. That's a pretty good one. The water flies through there when she's raining hard. So we've got to go down into the river. Well, we're nearly at the river. The crossing's just down here, so yeah, that tree's dead. Cut that one out. It's got a big pink cross on it. I guess that means get rid of it. Oh, there's a little bit of water going through this one too. That's nice. The road's disappeared there. Wow, that was a really long way down. Oh shit. The road's all disappeared down the side. Oh, potholes are full of water there. They must have had a little bit of... Oh yeah, it's not dusty at all. I didn't even notice that. Wasn't even paying attention. The road's a bit wet. Maybe there's been some rain, or it could just be the heavy dew. Could be the ice melting. What does that right sign say? No through road. Oh, it's just, no, yeah, just someone's place. So this is very picturesque in here. Apparently you can go camping and stuff here as well, but this is just beautiful just here. I'll stop in the middle of this bridge and show you the Wombeyan River. Look at that, there's not a ripple on the water that way. Well, there's plenty of cars just there, so there's a lot of people here camping and stuff. Look at that. Apparently my battery's about to go flat, so I'm hoping that we're getting some of this in. It still says it's recording, so that's good. Don't know what my other cameras are doing, but anyway, so yeah, that's the Wombeyan River. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. No horses today. Yeah, she must be, when there's a lot of rain, it must be, it must just flood through here at a great rate of knots. You can see all the stuff up in the trees where it's been flooding. Anyway, there you go, that's the Wombeyan River. We continue. There's a sign up here that says how far it is to Wombeyan Caves. 15 kilometres. Oh, I thought it was further than that from here. I'll be there in no time. That's okay. That's alright. Well, I'll probably stop at Wombeyan Caves and have something to eat and boil the kettle. It's 11 o'clock. And then I'll keep going out to near Taralga and out to and then head north up towards Oberon to where this campsite is by the river. Here's one of these good washaways that I was talking about that they've filled up full of rocks. Rocks are a bit smaller. I think the cars have been running over them, but there's some decent ones. They've just, yeah, it's like filled it up with fill. That makes it a bit tough on this bike, especially if you slip off one of the side of those big rocks. That's very nice out there. Nowhere near as cold up in here as it was like at Mittagong and coming down the freeway. She was freezing. It's not too bad in here. Oops, big rock. That's right, I remember this one. This one's full of that rock that they... Oopsie daisy. Yeah, that's all full of the rock that they... like that stuff they put on the train tracks. But that doesn't go on for 100 metres. Another funny story. The last time I came down here I met a guy on a V-Strom. He was stopped taking pictures, and of course I stopped to ask him if he was okay, as you do whenever you see somebody stopped, especially here in the middle of nowhere. And he was fine, but he was just taking pictures. He'd only had the V-Strom a while, and he had it really well kitted out. Had some very expensive soft luggage on it. I think it was Krieger luggage. The V-Strom actually takes the same SW Motec pannier racks as my bike does. They're very, very similar. The V-Strom and the NC share a fair bit of stuff, both aftermarket and that sort of thing. So he let me go because he reckons he wasn't that good a rider, and he wanted to just follow me. So he followed me most of the way. I lost sight of him a few times, but when I got to, because I wasn't fully loaded like this, I was just on a day trip, didn't have anything on the bike, and I was able to go a bit quicker. He caught up to me at Wombeyan Caves, and he wasn't that far behind me, and we were having a chat, and he told me that he had his bike, he lives on a farm, and he had his bike up on a hoist, and it fell off the hoist on top of him, and he was lying on the ground under the bike, pinned in his shed. No, I couldn't do anything. So he goes, I tried to manoeuvre my way out from under the bike, and in doing so I fractured my collarbone. The bike moved and fell the rest, and like fell a bit more off the handlebar or something. I don't know, I can't quite remember, but he said the bike moved and it fell on his collarbone and broke it, and so he was then stuck under the bike. Oh, that's rugged as shit. Stuck under the bike with a broken collarbone in his shed. He told me he got his way out. That's a long way down. Got his way out from under the bike with a broken collarbone. Managed to walk back into the house and tell his wife, and they took him to the hospital and checked him out, x-rayed. Yep, broken collarbone. This was his first ride after his broken collarbone, and so he was a funny guy to meet. He had 3 or 4 more stories about how he hurt himself, and he reckons he's the most accident-prone man in the world. So what does he do? He goes and buys a motorcycle and goes riding on dirt roads. He was a funny guy. He's a very funny guy. And the other part of his story was that he was heading up the mid-north coast the day that I met him, but he didn't want to ride up the freeway, so he'd come from down south of Mittagong, and he was doing this road out to near Taralga, out the other side, a bit north of Taralga. This road comes out, and he was going to head north and go up the mid-north coast. Oh, here's my first four-wheel drive coming the other way, and I'm like, mate, that's a long way. Jesus. Thanks, boss. And I'm like, dude, that's a really long way to go. And he was like, yeah, but I enjoy the ride. I'm like, yeah, I hear you, brother, but it's a long way to go up the mid-north coast. Anyway, I hope he got there all right, and he didn't fracture anything else. It makes me laugh every time I think about it. It's the way he told the story as well, you know. He's just a funny dude. Anyway, you meet some characters when you're out riding. Oh, there's the river all the way down there. We've come up a really long way now. Oh, touch the bash plate down then. One thing this bike does not have is ground clearance. Yes, and here we are. We're at Wombeyan Caves. We made it with GoPro still recording. So that's good. They're the cabins you can stay in down there, but they are so expensive to stay in. Man, like they're outrageously expensive. I don't know why they cost so much. Like there's no need, surely. And here we are at Wombeyan Caves. So you can't do cave tours unless you book in advance at the moment. So, and I haven't really got time to do a cave tour today anyway. I am going to park down here. Probably, I think I'll boil the kettle and have something to eat somewhere. Not 100% sure where. Maybe back there. I don't know. I'll go and have a look and see if there's somewhere. Just need a table, really. All these people are looking at me like, mate, you're crazy. So yeah, we're only 32 from Taralga. I might just stop up in there, I think. Oh, that's the kitchen. I can just put my kettle here on this ledge. That'll do. Righto, Wombeyan Caves. I've just boiled the kettle and had something to eat and put everything back away. This is kind of the campsite at Wombeyan Caves. So I just wanted to show you my side boxes with all the stickers that I was talking about. So I'll go through some of them quickly. So Bathurst Age of Fishes Museum. I don't even remember where the hell that was. Withali, Cootamundra, Dubbo, Temora, Gulgong, The Dish, Cowra, Wellington, Singleton, Burrawa, Lithgow, Goulburn, with Ali again, Fat Bob and the Blonde. And on this side, we've got Grenfell, Mount Panorama, Bathurst, Temora, Narandra, Griffith, Young, Scone, Adventure Before Dementia, Grenfell, Crookwell, Mudgee, Orange, Oberon. I have been to lots more places than that over the last little while, but not everywhere sells a sticker. But they're the places that I could go to get a sticker. Also, just while I'm here, I'll just show you these straps. These are called rock straps. They undo at one point at that buckle there, and they go onto the bike with just like a half sort of loop thing that goes through, and so there's nothing metal attached to the bike like some straps have metal hooks and stuff. That is just a really strong like bungee cord material, and that's the only stretchy bit, is just from there to there. So that's the stretchy bit, and it does actually stretch a lot. And then you just sort of cinch them down. They're brilliant because the fuel tank is under the back seat. I can just unclip those two clips, take that bag off, and I'm into the fuel tank. It takes 3 seconds. Best things I've ever bought. I think they were about $34. Best straps I've ever had. Love them. So do yourself a favour, if you need to strap stuff to your bike, go and get some rock straps. All right, well, I'm now going to put all my shit back together, change the battery in the GoPro, and get the hell out of here and go to my campsite and see what it's like. It's actually nice and warm in here, so I'm hoping it's like that where I go. All right, talk to you later. All right, Wombeyan Caves, that was that. So this is the road, this is the good road out of Wombeyan Caves, not the one we just rode. And I think this, oh yeah, it does go to dirt up here again. They've recently, I don't know how recently, but they've tarred this. There's a trick for new players. You come through a corner like that, and there's all gravel right in the middle of the road. Where the water's been running across. That's good. Keep our eye out for a few more of those. I've got this feeling I didn't lock my panniers. I might have to stop. I don't think I locked them. Well, at least they were shut. But no, they weren't locked. Dear oh dear. Trying to faff around with too many cameras and too much shit, and forgetting the important things. Anyway, that's okay. I remembered in the end, so that's fine. Oh, well, this is alright riding through here, isn't it? How much do we love this? It's a shame the bike's fully loaded. She gets a bit like a hippopotamus in corners, I'm afraid. When I've got a big load on, she doesn't do well. It gets a bit wallowy, so I can't sort of throw it around. Not that I ever do really much, but you know, I need to take it easy through corners and stuff. That is a freaking long way down. Jesus. Yeah, she gets a bit like this in the back end when I've got a load on. So I should probably do something about the suspension, but you know, it is what it is. Like, it's okay. And it's not a sport bike after all, and I am quite enjoying myself through here. How good is that exhaust? I thought that was a dead animal on the road then. I still think I'm on the gravel, and I'm not leaning with the bike in the corners. Oh, that's better. Let's ride like we're actually on the road. It'll go a bit better through the corners. this is beautiful, this road. This is freaking amazing. Look how well the bike just sits at speed in this gravel and in this dirt. Like, it's so good with that new rear tyre. Like, I'm honking along. 80 k's, no problem at all. A road bike on the dirt, I think that's pretty good. Like, it's an excellent road, don't get me wrong. But that new rear tyre is so much better than the Shinko on the back. I've still got the Shinko on the front, and it holds really, really well. But I am singing the praises of that Pirelli. Gee, it's good. I think I'm going to wear through it quickly though. It's pretty soft. It's this is magic, just magic. All right, I had to stop. One of those GoPro batteries is clearly stuffed. It lasted maybe 15 minutes and then the camera just turned off. So anyway, embrace the faff, they say. Faffing around. Embrace it, love it, enjoy it. I would have been where I wanted to go by now without all this rubbish. Anyway, it is what it is. I'm enjoying myself, that's the main thing. Now I'm going to follow four-wheel drives. Excellent. I'll just hang back here for a minute, I think, and let these guys go, because I've got no chance of passing them. I can't see to pass them. Oh God. Oh, that's very deep gravel. Alright, this GoPro battery is about to go flat as well, so I will probably end this video soon, not of my own making, and I might put some stuff at the end from where I'm camping, but I will pull the pin on this one here. So thank you very, oh look at that, and we've just made it to the dirt, to the tar, so that's a good place to pull the pin. So thank you very much for coming along with this on this ride. If you ride safe, and remember, life is a journey to be enjoyed, not a destination to reach. Ride safe. I will see you on the next one. All right, goodbye. Well, the GoPro battery might have survived to here. This is the Abercrombie River and where I'm planning to camp. The campsite's just up around this next corner. I stopped here for lunch a little while ago. Oops, where are you going? Oh, you're just going to stop there. Alright. So the campsite is just here. No one behind me. No, I'm not going to get squashed. So this is the campground. Just watch all that gravel when we go in. There we go. Abercrombie River National Park. Oh well, it's not blowing a gale and it's not snowing, so that's a good sign. So we'll see how we go, I guess. The river's just down over there. There's a fire pit there. I'll find one up the end here if I can. Oh, look at all the ducks. Hello, ducky doodles. Can't believe this battery lasted that long. Anyway, surely it'll go flat in a minute. Another fire pit there. I'll have to and I'm here like it's I think it's only midday or something. Oh right, everybody's decided to camp up here. Fair enough. Fair enough too. There's toilets up there. There's a fire pit there. Fire pit there. Go and talk to these blokes for a sec. G'day, how you going?
How are you?
Good mate. I was going to camp there. Are you guys using that one or?
We're undecided. We're going to have a look down here.
Oh yeah? Alright, no worries. Well, if you don't want that one, I might bags that one if that's alright. Is that alright with you guys?